So, me fixing everything. And because there is always something to be fixed, subscribe to the channel. Because I'm very low on subscribers, can't get the bonus. Today I will show you how to fit the mechanism to lift up the bed frame and lift up the bed mattress so you can use the bottom part of the bed as a storage unit. You need mechanisms. Can you pass me one of the mechanisms? Yeah. So this is a built-in shock absorber. Each one of them, I think, is 1,500 Newton meters. It can lift a bed and bed mattress and a bed frame up to 150 kilos, which is a lot. These are the strongest ones. And the mechanism. That's the mechanism. That's how it contracts, and that's how it lifts the bed up. It sits right here. It sits right here on the inside, and it's just lifting it up like that, so it's tilting like this when it's open. So first thing we need to do is fit it to the correct place on the base right there, and for that purpose we need to take out the mattress, take out the bed frame, tilt the whole bed 90 degrees so it will lay on the back side of the bed, and then we will measure where this mechanism needs to sit and we'll fit them. I'll stop the video and lift the mattress with lift the bed without showing you how, because I'm not sure how anyway, and it's gonna be a bit of struggle because it's very heavy, but I'll start the video when it's all set up and ready. Okay, so we laid the mattress on the window just to make space, and that's the bed frame. I made this one myself, but if you have a metal with wood one, it's gonna be a lot lighter. This one is a lot heavier, that's why I picked up the strongest shocks, and that's how the bed is positioned. There we go. Now we'll get closer to this side and we will do some measurements. Okay, I'll show you now. That's the base where the frame sits, and we will measure from the base down. That here is the measurements of the frame. So the first pilot hole needs to be 160 centimeters, 160 millimeters from this part, focus, 160 this way, and 8 centimeters this way. So do the measurements now, and we'll start drilling. We'll mark all the holes needed, and we'll get to the bolting the whole thing. I'll still measure if this part of the mechanism it's flush with this side where the frame sits, because I'm not like absolutely sure that it's made for this type of design of the bed. So I'll just measure twice, and we'll start the video again. Okay, I have everything marked and I measured. It does work like that. It's 80 millimeters this way, 160 this way, and I just marked all the openings. So it's gonna be exactly like this, and when the mattress is fully down, thing like this, it sits flush with the base. So now I'm gonna drill this way 3 holes with the drill. I'm not really worried for the other side. I'll show you why in a second. So I'll speed up the video. Let's start drilling. Okay, so now after I drilled everything, these are the bolts I'm gonna use. I think they're called wood bolts, I don't really know. So on the outside it's right there, so it fits through there, and it doesn't need doesn't need to be held on the other side. It just holds itself by this square side. So let's fit them. I'll show you now. Okay, so I'm doing that one-handed, so give me a second. First bolt goes in, second bolt goes in, third bolt goes in, and I'll give them a little tap with the hammer now. Okay, 1, 2. Be careful so you don't hit the wall, the board, especially when it's bright white. Now let's go on this side. I'll just vacuum this thing on the bottom so I don't get all the dust in my socks. Now 13mm socket, because the nut is 13. I have 3 spring washers, big washers, and 3 nuts. Let's put this one on. Okay, it fits nicely. You got a little bit of space for adjustment, so you can adjust the bed frame after it's on the... It might hit the bottom part here. I'll still put it in the middle. Thing like so. You can use nylon nuts as well. I just didn't have any, so decided to use the spring washers. Okay. Now you want them really nice and tight. Yep. You can hear the wood is squeezing. Okay. Now this thing is installed. That's how it's gonna work. I will get this one in, and I will see after we fit I will just do the same one on the other side, and I'll put the video on when we mounting the bed frame to the mechanism. Okay, so now when both the mechanisms are fitted on both sides, we just moved the frame to fit the inside of the bed. I will lift up. We want to have exactly the same gap between this side and this side. I already marked it. It's very little, but that's how much gap. That's how much gap we got on both sides together. So in between is something like 2-3 millimeters maximum. But now, if you see, Where's the camera? Right there. In the middle. It's in the middle. So the gap in between is in the middle. Now I will get in there on the other side and I'll put something. I'll measure the gap on the top. I just need to do it from the other side. And I'll put something like, I don't know, maybe 8mm bolt, something like that, right there. I'll place it right there and I'll take some measurements. I'll mark where I need to drill for 2 bolts for the frame. Okay, let's do that then, and I will start the video again. Okay, the gap on the top is 4 or 5mm, and on the bottom I put a few screws. You can see the gap on the bottom. Now I'll come on this side and I'll mark right here in the middle where I need to drill it, right there in the middle, and I'll put one more right here as well. Then I'll drill it and I'll go and find some bolts, because I don't think screws are gonna be strong enough to support all that weight. I think 8mm bolts are going to suit that a lot better. Okay, so the openings are ready on the other side as well. I'll go and pick up some bolts. For example, this one here only needs to be that thick, and this one here as well, but this one needs to be a longer bolt. So I will go and take 6 bolts and bolt the frame to the mechanism. Everything is drilled now. I managed to tear off some of the fabric that was on top of the frame. Let's see, I got a bunch of bolts here. Let's see which one is going to go where. So we have one big one here. One small one needs to go there, and one there. I'll just let them through. I prefer this type of head of the bolt. It holds really nicely in the wood. Okay, I'll put them all in place and I will tie them up. Now, when we're done with all of them getting through the wood, let's tie them up. Okay. Don't go insane. Otherwise, if your bed frame is from thin metal, it might squish it like nothing. So just be careful. Do the same on the other side. Over there. And next, I will put a big piece of tin. I think it's called HDF board. Is it HDF? I think it's HDF. On the bottom of the bed, so it's just like a protecting layer from all the clothes that will sit inside the storage part. Let's bolt the other side. Okay, so now the board is fitted. It's nice and white on the other side. We still need to fit the shock absorbers to the frame, and to do this, okay, I'm gonna lay the bed back to its final position. Then we'll lift the frame of the mattress. I will get inside the bed and I will bolt the shocks to the mechanisms. That's gonna be a bit tricky though, because the mattress frame has quite a lot of weight. So when you do that, depending on your weight of the bed, be extra cautious because it will have some extra weight. Yeah, be on the safe side. Get some extra people if you need to. Maybe I will do that as well. There we go. I decided to use one of these, I don't know, what is called that? Support. I managed to scrape the floor a little bit and I was dragging it back in there. So be careful. Now, set up the right height. And this is how the shock needs to be installed. First thing, okay. Tight it nicely. No, this one doesn't fit right there, so I'll go up and I'll just pump that thing a little bit. Let's see. No, still not. Okay, maybe with my back. Okay. Come on. So it's all done now. My battery went flat while I was filming. So I'll show you the finished product. So we can get it in. Just leave that. There we go. 1,500 Newton meters. It's strong enough. It's even too strong. Look, it doesn't want to go out, go down really. But when you push it from here, it goes down nicely. I think it's a very nice upgrade. The mechanism costs 10 euros, $12. And look how much storage space you got on the bottom. So yeah, that's how to fit. That's how to fit a bed mechanism for storing your stuff under the bed. Don't forget to subscribe if the video is being helpful to you. like it, leave me a comment, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.